Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for another Hub 101. My name is Imani Moore, and I'm the engagement coordinator for the Austin Community Hub.
Hi, I'm Zenobia, and I'm the Community Resource Coordinator for the Austin Community Hub.
I want to go ahead and start by introducing a little bit about who we are and what we do if you don't know. The Austin Community Hub was designed to be a dedicated space where we can engage with the members of our community. So we're here to serve as a connection between the Austin residents and all the services that are offered by ACT's network of partner organizations such as child care, job training, youth programs, legal assistance, and much more.
Each one of our Hub 101s gives you all the opportunity to get to know our different partners and get live answers to your questions. Hub 101s take place twice a month on Zoom and Facebook Live.
Boom. So the moment you all been waiting for today, we are joined by Tasha Spencer, Vice President and Branch Manager at BMO Bank. We'll be taking questions throughout the presentation, so feel free to drop those questions in the chat box on Zoom, or if you're watching on Facebook Live, drop them in the chat there. Please, please, please do so. Okay. And thank you, Tasha, for joining us today. Um, we're excited to have BMO Bank joining us in the Aspire Center for Workforce Innovation. So I'll just first like to start by saying, just in the Austin community, with all the different banks that have left the community, I just wanted to first start off by asking, why did BMO decide to come to the Aspire Center in the Austin community?
Well, I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be here and represent BMO Bank and their community values. One of the reasons BMO decided to come to Austin community is because they felt there was a need, and the need aligned with the social justice services that we wanted to um, give the community. And when the powers that be at BMO Tower were thinking, what area could we really invest in? What part of Chicago really needs our assistance? Along with the United Way, they said the Austin community, the people are wonderful there. It's a great community. They're trying to change things, especially on Chicago Avenue. And we decided to be a part of the Aspire family.
Thank you.
Yes. So, will there be regular banking services at the new branch? Will it be like any other bank? Can you go into a little more detail regarding those services?
Yes, our branch that will be inside of the Aspire Center is going to be a little bit different than the other BMOs that you find in any other community. What we were thinking was we would partner with the other tenants in the Aspire Center and kind of align our services with their services and needs. And we are going to have financial literacy, business financial literacy, home ownership um, assistance, as well as capital for your business. So what we want to do is make it a like a watering hole, so to speak. So whatever you may want to discuss or attend any of our meeting in the boxes or financial seminars, we want to make that branch a place where people feel comfortable to learn and get assistance with their financial journey.
Great, great. Now, along with the regular banking services at the branch, will BMO be providing any financial literacy services?
Yes, we will. Now on the we have what's called the BMO Smart Progress, and basically we have a playlist of topics. So I usually go out to different places of business, and um the managers, they usually let their employees pick what topic they want to hear. We have a topic on how to improve your credit, how to buy a home, um, what is a CD and things like that. And we also have an online virtual library of little 5-minute videos that you can pick and watch different topics. So we're all about educating people on financial literacy.
So I know one of the bigger questions that everybody might be thinking of is what assistance do you offer for home buyers?
I'm glad you asked that. Well, BMO, they dedicated $44 billion to increase African American and Latino home ownership in low to moderate income areas. Okay, so we have a grant called the Welcome Home Grant, which includes four various grants. BMO has a grant of 16,000. The IDA grant is 7,500. And we have another one, the FHLBC Down Payment Plus program, which is 6,500, and that equals out to 30,000. So it's up to 30,000 because a couple of the grants, some people may not qualify for. And another thing that we do that a lot of banks don't do when they offer things like this, we allow you to layer other grants. So last year I had someone that wanted to move in the south suburbs, and that suburb had a $15,000 grant, and she combined it with this $30,000 grant. And when it came time to close, she was able to close with like a couple of $100 out of her pocket. So it's changing lives because a lot of people in our community feel that you have to have 20 or $30,000 saved up to buy a home, and they don't think it's obtainable for them. But we want to get the word out and let them know it is possible, and we want to help you um, get the keys to your first home.
Great, great. So with that grant that you were just speaking about, the layering that you're mentioning, are you able to combine that with like a first time home buyers assistance grant as well, or are there any restrictions on what different funding that you can layer that with?
No, not really. We have, just for instance, we have a HBCU PBI meaning predominantly Black institution homeowners assistance grant. So you can layer that as well. So for instance, Amani, let's say if you graduated from Malcolm X or Kennedy King or Chicago State, South Suburban or Olive Harvey, you could get up to 6,000 or even $8,000 to put down on a home. You could combine that with some of the grant money at the Welcome Home Grant. Okay. And that gives you more liquidity in the home buying process, and you can use some of the proceeds to pay your realtor. And I had one customer that she only had to bring 56 cents to the closing. So that's what we're trying to do, make it easy for people to buy homes. And we also look for other grants um, in the area. We have a department called the CRA Mortgage Department that they specifically work for low to moderate income mortgages, and they search and they keep on top of all of the grants available in the areas that you're moving in, and city grants, and federal and state and everything. So they're really good at that.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, you said 56 cent now. I'm not the richest man in the world, but I know I have that.
That was shocking. Yeah, that was shocking. When I was in my last mortgage meeting, they mentioned that, and we were really happy. The lowest I heard before that was $500, and I thought that was great. But we're making dreams happen. And another thing, when you buy homes in low to moderate income, sometimes they are a little rough around the edges and they may need some updating. The traditional home equity line of credit, that's like an improvement loan for your home, or pretty much a second mortgage that you could keep open in case of emergencies to do repairs. When you first buy a home, you don't have a lot of equity. And especially if you're in a low to moderate income where property values don't really improve as well as fast as other areas. So we came up with a BMO Community Home Improvement Loan, and you could get up to $15,000 with a fixed rate and flexible repayment, so your interest rate won't go up and down like a traditional home equity line of credit. We fixed the rate, but we're able to help you maybe repair a roof if you just bought a home, or do some plumbing or things like that. So you get access to a lump sum of cash up to $15,000, and immediately you can apply for something like that. And we've lowered some of the credit restrictions, so people in that area can have access to those funds.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So another question I wanted to ask was, can these grants be applied towards people who may be interested in wanting to purchase land to build some sort of housing on, or does it have to be confined to like actually purchasing the house that's already?
Oh, well, these grants are for homes that are already been built. But again, our mortgage department is really savvy, and they like to look for all types of programs. If you buy a home in Manuka or someplace where there's farmland, there's a federal program for that. And they have grants for that and a low down payment. It's like a rural area financing, and IDA has a loan for that. So we're really dedicated to finding all sorts of loans, programs, and grants for anyone that are interested in purchasing a home. And with this grant, the Welcome Home Grant, for instance, Imani, if you wanted to buy a 4-unit building and you live in it, you can use that grant for that and have tenants and get income. So we're really trying to help a lot of people make their dreams come true.
No, that sounds amazing.
Hmm.
And jumping back to that welcome home grant, um, I see you can get up to 30,000. If you can, could you speak to some of the things that will maybe put you in the certain tiers of
Yeah,
how much you can get?
yeah. Now, credit score to get the most amount of grants is at 640 or higher. That's the sweet spot. But um, some buyers can have a credit score as low as 580. Now, you may not be able to get all of the grants, but you get some of them. Also, last year we partnered with the CHA. They had a $20,000 grant. I had a client, she got $10,000 from the CHA. She was not on Section 8, and she got 9,500 worth of grants from the Welcome Home Grant, and we layered them. So she got $19,000. You see how that works together? So if we could find another grant, if we think that there's something else out there that you could combine with this, if you're not getting a full 30,000, we really search hard to put you in touch with those organizations and get that money on your behalf.
Great. That's great information to know. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. And mentioning credit score, that follows into our next question is, what kind of credit cards does BMO offer?
Well, we have credit cards for every credit score, basically. We have what's called a secured credit card, and that is basically you open up a savings account and you can make a deposit of $300 up to $10,000 of your own money. Okay. And that's a good way to establish some credit, rebuild credit, or even grow your credit. There are some people that already have like maybe one credit card, but it's not they don't have enough credit history and they may need another line of credit on their credit report, well, we give them that option. And this would work well with someone that's trying to raise their credit score to buy a house and obtain the grants. So what we try to do is, okay, I'm not ready to buy this house now because of my credit challenges, but we want to help you repair it, and in the meantime, get prepared to buy that home. So this is one of our credit building packages. We have another one called Credit Builder that forces you to save, and you can make monthly payments. And at the end of the term, you have access to, maybe $1,000 or more, to determine on by the amount that you selected to save. So we try to help people reestablish credit, and along the way give them the financial literacy tools that they need so they can maintain that credit score.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And just to clarify, because this is a secured credit card account, and although you are opening it with your own money, you still have to treat it as a regular credit card, like paying it off every month and things like that, correct?
That is correct. You have to pay it off every month, and then, if you are res financially responsible and you make your payments on time and in a timely manner, and your credit score increases, then you can be able to apply for a BMO credit card, a regular credit card, and you could close out the secured savings account, and or you could keep it. You could still keep it and still get a regular credit card. It's up to you, and you could get your deposit back.
That's good. And with that being said, it'll be a lot of different other organizations inside the Aspire Center as well. And I'm just wondering, um, are you all open to maybe doing workshops that will be able to teach these type of things to the residents that's in the area once the Aspire Center is up and you guys are planting your feet there?
Yeah, I'm excited about that because one of my passions is financial literacy and educating entrepreneurs. So I'm known as the meeting in the box queen at BMO because I normally have a lot of people come in to my workshops, and I go out into the community and talk about the same things we discussed today: our Welcome Home grant, our entrepreneur program for Black, Latino, women, LGBT, the list goes on. We're trying to capture every marginalized group to give them assistance. So our dream for the branch in the Aspire Center is that it'll be like a watering hole or water cooler where people could come and gather, and we can have a webinar or a seminar basically for, you know, Hispanic and Black business owners to help them, um, create their business or get capital for their business, or just learn, the three C's of credit, what it takes to get funds for your business, and how to properly operate your business. A lot of people don't know the basics. So what we like to do is cover different topics under the Zero Barriers of Business program. We have several different topics that we discuss, and we have panelists to also help answer people's questions. And what we would like to do is have these different, business seminars and regular financial literacy seminars and workshops and home buying workshops throughout the month at the Aspire Center. So if you're going to see someone at, you know, Austin Come Together, or the other tenants, and you're interested in what we have to offer, it'll be all under one roof.
Wonderful, wonderful. Um, and you're mentioning the entrepreneurs and businesses. Are there any other services or support that you offer the small businesses in the area, whether that be loans or grants or anything of that sort?
Well, we actually offer both. For our program, the business have to be established for at least 2 years, and we've lowered the credit requirement to obtain capital, a line of credit for your business that's attached to your business checking account at BMO. But if we can't help you with capital, or your business haven't been in existence for at least 2 years, we have other not-for-profit organizations that we partner with that can help you. One of which is Allies for Community Business, where they don't go off of credit score, so to speak. They go off of credit behavior, and they can give you access to capital, grants, and they can also give you access to a one-on-one business coach to help you along the way, or group coaching. If you're in the food catering business, the food service business, they have kitchen space and licensing and larger contracts. So they cover a lot of different industries, and they give you a lot of help. And when you finish going through the program and you've been established, let's say for a couple of years, you can then come back to BMO and say, hey, you know what? I've done all of the hard work. My business has been profitable. Let's try that business credit card or that business line of credit with zero barriers to business. And then we can give them a regular line of credit. So
That's
what we're hoping is that going through this program, they will feel confident that they can run a successful business, and they understand all of the operations and the capital that goes behind maintaining it.
And before you go to the next slide, I just got one more question.
Yeah.
Now, when you said that you guys lowered the requirement as far as the credit score, are you speaking on the business credit, or a person leveraging their personal credit to be able to apply for that business?
Well, we go off of the owner of the business credit, the personal credit, because at the end of the day, you're making those financial decisions for your business. So we have to look at how you keep your finances in line if you're responsible to do that. And we don't judge, because we see people at a lot of different levels. And what we do is try to, okay, you didn't get approved. Let's look at your credit report. Let's see the areas that you can improve. So the next time when you're ready, you'll be prepared. And I've done that for people where they waited a year or 6 months, and they applied and they got approved. So yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Great, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Did you want to go into the fellowship before my next question, or would you like me to just go into it?
Oh, the BMO Fellowship. Well, we do a lot in the community. We support different events. Like most recently, we did the Black Film Festival in Hyde Park. It was our first time sponsoring that. And we also encourage up and coming entrepreneurs to apply for our annual BMO Fellowship. And basically what it is, you have virtual workshops, and we help these new entrepreneurs obtain funds to launch their business. One of my customers, she started a hair business. She invented plant-based hair for braids for Black women, because a lot of Black women, when they get their hair braided with a synthetic hair, it breaks out their scalp. Some people have an allergic reaction. So she wanted to solve that problem. And during COVID at Michigan State, she created that. And her dream was to offer this to a lot of Black women. Well, she won the 2024 BMO Fellow, and she had her launch party, and we gave her the funds for that. And I also nominated her to obtain a booth for the weekend at the Black Women's Expo. So what we do, if you're a BMO business customer, we try to let everyone know about your business. We may feature your business, and we may use your business to, let's say, cater a meeting or things like that. Or if we have like some sort of workshop or outside farmers market at our headquarters, we may ask that business, hey, can you come down and set up your booth and sell your products? It's going to be a lot of people here. So we always try to help those business clients, you know, get exposure. And I've been in banking since 98, and this is the first time I've ever seen any bank, stay in touch with their business clients and actually use their services frequently. We do that. We're dedicated to doing that because if they do well, they can continue to be our customer for many, many years, and we want to maintain that relationship.
Yeah, that's awesome. So on top of the fellowship, what other programs do you have for the community?
On top of the fellowship, what we have annually, we have the Women's Entrepreneur Grant. So every May, um, there are 15 women entrepreneurs that are selected to obtain a $10,000 grant. And that's annually, and it's from all over the country because BMO is, in like 32 states or more, and anyone can apply as long as they've been in business for 2 years and it's a not-for-profit. Um, it can't be a not-for-profit. I'm sorry, I want to, correct that. You can apply for that grant and hopefully win. So if you win the grant, we have a ceremony and things like that. You're given the presented the grant, and we capture that on video so everyone can see how we supported this woman-owned business.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I know we talked a lot about um support for businesses, but what about people who own nonprofits? What are the best way for them to find funding through BMO or opportunities for them?
You know what? We still give funding to people that have not-for-profits, but in that situation, you have to have 5 years of tax returns and experience, and then that would go through our standard lending, our business banking. You can open checking accounts, and we can also refer you to allies or community business if you've been in business less than 5 years. So what we try to do is find the best solution for you. We don't want to say no, we can't do it. We want to say, maybe. I think we can figure out a way to get this done. And I like maybe instead of no. Yeah, we could get this done, but you may have to go to one of our partners instead of, just using our services. You can open an account with us and still use our partners, and that usually works out very well because if they get a line of credit or something from Allies, then they fund their BMO business checking account, and we can also coach them if they need it.
Great, great. Maybe it's definitely better than a no.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just all about just making sure you can assist that person. It's like you said, moving on to the next step or
yeah,
connecting them with somebody else, even if you couldn't offer the exact help that they need. And that's some of the models that we live by here at Austin coming together. So it's great to hear that from you.
yeah. I'm really passionate about it because I've had women apply for lines of credit or business credit cards, and they will start crying at my desk because they've gone to other places and they just didn't think it would happen. And I want to tell you, there's it's so rewarding to see someone just have the vision in their head about a business and then see it manifest and it grow. It's nothing like it. It makes me feel proud of the work that we're doing in the community. And I am so excited about being a part of the Aspire Center and the things we're about to do in Austin. We're about to turn it up. And we can't wait to partner with you guys and just help everyone in the community. We're really, really excited about this joint venture.
Yes.
Now, we are excited as well. Very excited. And if there are any other questions from the audience, feel free to ask them now before we close out the presentation. And just to reiterate, got to show respect to BMO and those willing to stand with us in a time where many of these big entities they ran away. So we got to salute that and we got to respect that.
Yeah.
Snowy, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I just think it's great that BMO is going to be in the Austin community. Imani and I were just talking about, and though I live like 40 minutes away, it's just going to be more convenient for me to even bank with BMO with it being in the Aspire Center. Instead of having to drive to the bank, you all are just right there.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a great opportunity for people who aren't even necessarily within Austin, but people like me who just work in Austin, and you know, a great way to contribute back to the community.
And someone did drop a question in the chat, and they would like to know what is the timetable of when services will be offered.
At the Aspire Center.
Yes.
You know what? We're looking to open sometime in the summertime, I believe, July sometime. And the branch will be open certain hours of the we don't have all of that information just yet, but we also have two neighboring branches, one on Chicago and another one on North Avenue. So, you know, we're in the neighborhood. I mean, really in the neighborhood. You have three locations you can utilize for your banking services.
That's good. So you guys hear that? Although we would love for you to come to the Aspire Center and do your banking, you don't have to wait. BMO is here in Austin now already. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Um, please drop any more questions that you have. And we do have one question. That's how do we register for the next Hub 101? We will be dropping that link in the chat. And just a reminder, this is Aspire season. So all Hub 101s for the next couple of months will be all about Aspire and the tenants that will be in Aspire. So please be looking forward to that. The next Hub 101s will be with PCC Wellness. And after that, we'll have Oak Park Regional Housing Authority coming up. So please stay tuned. Uh, like Tasha said, we're turning up, we're heating up, things are getting excited. So I hope you guys are just excited as we are. Um, okay. Looks like we don't have any more questions, but again, feel free if you want to get connected with BMO after this. We'll be happy to connect you. Uh, yeah, so you want to.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, the hub is here to connect you to resources, even if a resource isn't the right fit for you. As the community resource coordinator, I work directly with participants of the hub, so I'll be following up with you, those of you who requested additional help.
Thank you. And yeah, you could go ahead and register for that next Hub 101 right now. And again, like Zenobia said, if you're interested in any resources, please reach out. We are here to connect you to whatever it is that you need to be connected with. So stay tuned. Until next time. And thank you again, Tasha.
Oh, you're quite welcome anytime.